The girl asks for a tall drink of water with a salary over 500 grand.
Always Mr. Right.
You deliver.
You're the matchmaker.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fandango's big ticket interview for Materialists, and I am here with 3 unicorns. Hello.
Hello.
It's a movie reference, but very, very true. How are you doing today?
It's a movie that references my character and not their character. So in the movie, there's only one unicorn.
There's only one unicorn, but sitting across from me are 3, Pedro. I'm going to argue with you on that one.
We're going to start stabbing each other with our
Well, I heard you say,
sword
Dakota,
fight.
in a previous interview, you said these 2 idiots. So you always know that's a sign that
I
people...
said that?
Yeah, you're like, I love these 2 idiots. That's always a sign when you can actually not be polite about people, that you guys had this amazing rapport on set. I know
No,
you
they're
did-
both just stupid.
Yeah, that was just honesty. She was just giving you a straight
Or she just doesn't know how to lie.
One of the 3.
Yeah.
One of the 3. Dakota, you play a matchmaker. What I love about Celine's song is that she always writes what she knows, and she was a matchmaker for 6 months of her life.
Mm-hmm.
She said it was the most she ever learned about people and herself. So what wisdom did she impart on you that sort of helped you in terms of playing a matchmaker?
A lot of her stories were pretty amazing, and the thing that was the most interesting to me was that she felt like, in her experience, the people that she was meeting with to matchmake were almost more honest with her than they are with their therapist, because it's so dire, their need to find their person, and so they are not delicate with what their requirements are.
You see that in the film. You're like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Do we really feel that way about ourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, brutally honest.
Yeah.
She plays a matchmaker. She's not necessarily looking for a love, but in walks a unicorn into the film.
In gallops a unicorn.
In gallops a unicorn.
Skewers her.
Trots. Dressage or whatever.
You kind of do, because you're very posh. The wardrobe, I'm channeling your wardrobe today. I heard,
look
I don't know if this
gorgeous.
is, thank you.
Your
I don't-
nails are fantastic.
Thank you. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that you referenced Harrison Ford in Working Girl when sort of creating this character, which you might have seen. and I'm not sure if that was, and Cary Grant were maybe influences, but wondering how you built this character, how you build a unicorn. I mean, you're really just playing yourself, let's be frank.
Oh, yeah, totally playing myself. Bullseye. I would say
You're like-
the Harrison Ford character in Working Girl is a bit messier, I think, but definitely a perfect model as far as the kind of trinity that Working Girl is and that it takes place. I think I was channeling the spirit of that kind of a movie for all of us, just in my imagination.
In your trotting?
In my trot. I had a little Harrison Ford in my trot. A little Mike Nichols, a little Melanie Griffith, Sigourney Weaver.
It's quite a cocktail.
I don't know who wrote
That
it.
is
That's
quite a cocktail.
Quite a
We all
And your name is
overdosed.
Harry in it. I didn't know if that was
That's
a reference
right.
or not to that. Just when things are perfect, here comes a past love to just go and mess things
Ghost from the past,
up.
yeah.
I heard that you said about this film that you loved that you got to explore really quiet moments and sort of explore them on a deeper level. And that's what I love about Celine's films, is they're so subtle. There's so much subtlety. So if you can talk about that. And John is a struggling actor. Did you ever feel like a John in your own life?
Oh, sure.
Did you draw on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had a whole community of Johns that I had hung out with. You know, in your early 20s, when you're a struggling actor, it's almost a badge of honor to not have money and live in an apartment with 12 people. And but as you age and people start requiring more, it's easy for someone like John to blame and look outward as to why everyone else is wrong and that he's fine. But that's really just a state of stunted growth. And he's obviously still in love with Lucy, and she's someone that needs and wants certain things that he can't provide. And the question for John becomes, you know, is he able to change and move beyond this Peter Pan stage he's in to try and get the love of his life?
Celine made a really, in the press notes, she had a really cute comment. She said when she was casting, she cast you first, Dakota, then she cast you, and she said, who can I cast that would make Chris Evans feel like a big loser. And she said, I think if I put Pedro Pascal in those clothes and had him trot on in, I think that would be the case. So did it work?
There's only one way to intimidate Chris Evans. Cast this guy.
Did it work?
Yeah, 100%. Believe me, yes, trust me. When I first accepted the role of John, I was like, well, who are we gonna get for Harry? You know, who's gonna?
Who's better than moi?
Well, no, on the contrary, it was just gonna be like, who's this? You know, and
Who could possibly be?
when she said Pedro, I was like, are you sure Pedro wants to do this?
Get over it.
I was just like,
I'm
oh my
over
God,
this
this is
fiction.
incredible. Yeah, no, believe me, that was. I told my team, just do whatever you got to do. Just get him. Get Pedro on board.
the hell
It's true.
By the way, this is a casting flex by Celine. Between the three of you, this is a major casting flex. I'm just putting that out there. So how do you choose? I'm going to do a really cheesy bad joke, but how do you choose between Mr. Fantastic and America's
Oh, I see.
El Capitán de América.
/ Johnny Storm?
That's right.
So in this film, you have to choose between the two of them. You have really different, beautiful dynamics between the two of them. One thing I love about this film is when you look at each other, you look at her and you look at her in totally different ways and you look at them in different ways. So can you talk about that dynamic on set, what each of them brought on separate days and what you all brought when you were on set together?
I brought a lot of hostility.
You brought a lot of being a little bitch.
I got a little bitch. I trotted in my bitch vibes.
Yeah, you tried it, you little bitch unicorn.
Yeah. Where's my chair?
I think the dynamic between Lucy and the two characters is so different. I think she connects with Harry intellectually and in this sort of
And she connects with John
Dummy.
primally.
kind of, because it's Harry represents to her what her dream life could look like, and John represents to her what her dream love looks like, and it's up to Lucy to figure out what's more important to her.
I think you're going to have a lot of people watching the film. You're going to have that, people are going to be weighing in on which choice you should make. And
Damn
in
it.
this is
I'm losing those.
Oh, yeah. We'll see about that.
Celine has said that she feels like whenever there's a romantic film, a lot of times it's a romantic comedy or it's treated like fluff, but she feels like it should be treated as seriously as a drama or as something. Why do you feel like this is a film that should be in theaters? Why should people see this on a big screen? And why is it important that the romantic genre continues in 2025?
It's not a silly genre, and I think that the term romantic comedy or rom-com has been made less important or less serious, but it's for everyone. Everyone can relate to wanting love or being loved or losing love or dreaming or lacking, whatever it is. And I think it just makes you feel nice.
And the stakes are really high.
Yeah.
Love is really a high stakes game. And so I love that played out in a movie, especially if its visual authorship is under someone like Celine Song. And that's something that really, really deserves to be seen on the big screen.
If the three of you were to sit across from a matchmaker, and in the film, each person sort of has to sit across and sell themselves, what sort of random talent, skill, you can cook, or what do you think is one of your unicorn traits?
I'm always on time.
Oh,
He's always early.
And tap dancing on set?
That happens sometimes, yeah.
did I say that?
Yeah.
This idiot tap dance.
It's the best thing ever. It's the cutest thing ever.
Do you care to demonstrate, Chris?
No,
Okay.
it's
I had
more
to
of like
ask you that.
it's like a nervous tick. It just kind of.
See, now he just made you feel like a loser again, Chris.
What would be mine?
Yeah, it'll be yours.
Oh, he just thought of something good.
It's inappropriate, I can tell.
Oh, but it's good. I want to know it.
Yes, we all want to know. I dare you. I dare you.
I can't.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, now you whisper to him and he'll whisper it to me. Can he say it?
Never, 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 never. Hey, listen.
I
there's
promise I won't
listen,
tell.
No, no, that can't. Come on, I'm sorry. As much as
After-
nice,
That part is
as nice
we
as
were
I
Okay,
try
so
to
name
do
one
it.
about yourself that you can say.
I'm a very supportive person.
Boy, that sounds a lot less exciting than the one you just whispered.
I'm a pleaser.
There it is.
That's
Thread it, Neil.
all right. Your turn, Dakota.
I'm also a pleaser.
She was like, I'm selfish.
Oh my gosh. Do you have a favorite romantic film of all time?
Casablanca.
Such a good one.
It's just always my fave.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay, Casablanca's yours. What about yours?
I really like Legends of the Fall.
Legend.
And it's such an
These are
easy
like
thing to dunk
just-
on because you think, but
dramas.
when's the last time you saw it? See it. Tell
Last
me
night.
it's not that. Are you serious?
I love Legends of the Fall.
Is Julia Armand incredible in
I was
that
thinking
movie?
Brad Pitt, but
Well,
you know.
he's wonderful, but oddly enough, like Aidan Quinn
Yes,
is actually,
amazing.
Aiden
he's-
Quinn,
Is Tootsie a
Aidan
romantic
Quinn
comedy?
is in,
hottie hot sauce.
Are you choosing Tootsie?
Is Tootsie
Yeah.
a romantic
Okay.
comedy?
I know, hottie hot sauce.
Guys,
What?
is
Tootsie?
Tootsie a romantic comedy?
I mean,
And is it like, it has it
but where's
aged very
the
badly?
romance?
I love that movie.
I don't know if I've seen it lately. Oh no, I've seen it, but not lately enough. to
Because
know
I
if
was
it's
about
aged
to,
poorly.
that was the last
Well, because
straw.
there's a few things I've seen lately that I love that I was like, ooh,
Tootsie,
guess that was.
Tootsie's
before-
my answer.
Yeah.
I love
Like,
that.
Yeah.
Where do you think people go wrong with modern dating? We want advice from these three about
Where
something.
did they go wrong?
Every way.
Give some advice about how people can be better in their dating life.
How would we know?
Yeah,
You're like, we just played it in the movie. We don't know in real life.
And we all get it wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You follow your heart. Be true to yourself.
That's
You should
not
say
the
that right into the
answer.
lens.
Follow your heart. Be true to yourself.
Do unto others.
Medicate.
Yeah.
See a doctor and
Get a therapist.
get a therapist.
You know what? That's good advice.
Stay in therapy.
Work on yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to get too
The
deep into my
question
own
was,
stuff.
how do people go wrong? And you
No,
guys.
but I like where
Well,
you
I
was
think
going
they
with
go
this.
wrong by thinking that someone else is gonna
Fix you.
fill the empty gaps. You know what I mean? You have to be. If you're not okay without it, you're never gonna be okay with it. So make sure that you're whole, and then you're gonna give the best version of yourself.
Don't fill those empty
You
gaps.
know, I was trying to figure out how to not say
And be a
someone
pleaser.
fills you-
Oh my God.
and be a giver.
Be a giver.
Be
Fill the holes.
Okay, real quick, just to wrap up. Celine said she writes characters, or she writes characters with not casting anybody in advance, but that she really feels like she finds the character, the person to play the role that is the character's soulmate, which is such a beautiful thing to say, and beautiful that she cast you all in this film and thought you were the soulmate. So in what way, am I getting really cheesy?
No, you're not at all.
No, it's got nothing to do with it.
We're having a giggle. We're having a. We drink a little giggle poison.
You guys.
You are doing
got it.
amazing. We're up.
In what way do you think working together and working on this film felt like a soulmate of yours as a project?
I felt very destined to be with you guys on this.
I really felt because there were, it's New York's a tough place to shoot, and it's sometimes you just need a good group around you to pick you up on tough days, and there were some tough days, and I certainly felt supported from these two in a lot of ways.
Sweet.
I think I felt like I found soulmates in these two and in Celine and in the process that Celine and I had together. That was to me like a very simpatico process.
I answered already.
Yeah, you did.
I would also say that there was kind of an unexpected vulnerability, to a mutual vulnerability to myself and to the character. That was hard for me to face, actually, and unexpected, and it definitely, even though I felt reluctant to bond in that way, it was sort of like mirroring a kind of vulnerability.
Wow. Beautiful answers. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
I want to remind everybody that if you want to find your movie Soulmate, tickets for Materialists are on sale now at Fandango. Thanks for watching.